On this episode, we're on lockdown. So wear your mask, and we're going to have a part 1 and a part 2.
How will we know what's in part 1 and what's in part 2?
We won't know. That's the best part, because we'll just talk about stuff, and some of the stuff will come up, and some of the stuff won't come up, and some of the stuff won't come up until part 3.
Whoa. What, part 3? What's that?
Oh, that'll just be our normal show in 3 weeks.
Wow, my head hurts. Do we at least talk more about dumb laws?
Oh, yeah. And celebrities that are no longer with us, UFOs, English social distancing.
Poop in the pool, and of course, what makes a great actor?
So let's start part 1.
If I find my way home, yeah.
Welcome to the Don't Know Show, featuring What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and podcast.
And we're going to talk about what's going on in the world today. So let's start off with the pictures behind us for those of you who are watching us on YouTube. For those of you who are on the podcast, Scott has a picture of a beautiful backyard with a beautiful gazebo and a beautiful pool. And is that a hot tub?
It is a hot tub.
And what's all that like shiny, splashy stuff going on there?
I believe it is called rain.
Oh, it's not grapple or anything like that weird?
Nope, this is just rain, but it's a lot of it. We are getting hammered by storms, literally, as we're doing this show. I recorded this just before I came upstairs. First, we had a wind gust hit us, and you could see what it did. Oh, it just knocked it out of the way there. You can't see it. You'll see it later. But anyway, Susie's hammock got blown over on its side, and all the pool floaties, which are underneath that cool stairway deck that I built,
are all in the neighborhood now?
Well, they're not. They stayed in our yard. They just blew off. Fortunately, it was one big push, and poof, and it was gone.
One big push.
Yep.
It was gone.
It was gone, man. It was gone.
So we'll be watching the rain and the floods happening.
Yeah. See all the water here?
Yep.
Last time we had that much, it came this way all the way up to the house, which is right here where I'm standing, and it started pouring in the door. So that made me really nervous when I saw it get that close already.
Again, yeah, that's not good. Well, it's been a little different out here. We've had a little bit of a break from the storms and from the heat, and it was only 102 for the.
But it was a dry heat, Steve.
Yeah, whatever. So I went to Bally High Golf Course, which is right on the strip. First time I've ever golfed at this golf course, believe it or not. That leaves only about 3 golf courses left in the state of Nevada I have not golfed on. So that's pretty exciting. But right across the expressway, I-15 from Bally High, is
Allegiant Stadium. Yay!
That's where the Raiders are going to be playing.
Hey, aren't those guys that used to come down the coast on big ships and they raided everything?
Yes. Well, in this climate of politically correct times, apparently, you can't name stuff like that.
Yes.
Did you
quite understand what's wrong with people nowadays? But whatever. Did
you hear about the Washington Redskins?
Yes, I did. That's been on the news for a week.
Previously known as the Washington Redskins, their new name is. Did you hear the name?
They were talking about 3 different names last I heard.
Well, no, the name is the Washington Football Team.
Really?
No, that's it. The Washington Football Team.
All right, so that's the owner saying up yours to all these people that are doing
the Washington Football Team will be called the Washington Football Team. However, I think now all the Marxists are going to probably have a problem with that.
Okay.
So it'll just be football team. Well, Marxists don't like Washington, right?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so, the Washington Football Team. The Washington Football Team.
Apparently, it just baffles me how all this shit keeps going on. One of these days, people will remember that,
Will
It's-
somebody be upset when they announce the Washington football team offensive line?
Well, sure, because it's offensive.
That line is just offensive.
Yeah, see that? Even though I'm multitasking, which is one of my weak spots, I caught that one.
And sports and multitasking. I am so impressed by you this evening.
You know what it is? I had that wedding I did last night.
You did a wedding?
Yes, I did it. Well, I drove for the shuttle service for a wedding.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
You got to go?
Nope. I'm seeing stuff happen on my screens. I heard a lightning strike out there. I thought maybe we lost it, but we're still here.
Oh, it's scary, folks. So,
yeah, it's this.
So
this
this might
storm
be,
we got going on.
This might be a part 1 and a part 2 for many reasons. It might be a part 1 and a part 2 because this is the 1st of August. Welcome to the 8th month of coronavirus. Hopefully you guys are all wearing masks. Just wear the damn masks. Wear the mask.
As an FYI, once again, I was the only one on the bus wearing a mask, and I had 60 people.
Wear the mask. If it doesn't work, you prove it to them it doesn't work. But that's the only way you're going to prove it. Is wear the damn mask, would you? I mean, these businesses are just trying to stay open. You know, you're wearing seatbelts. I heard that discussion. You're wearing seatbelts, right?
That's right.
You're wearing helmets when you ride motorcycles, right? Yeah.
Well, not everybody.
Yeah. Well, most states have it as a law. Because when that brick hits you
Not
in the
Wisconsin,
head,
because Harley Davidson's here.
Yeah. Well, when that brick hits you in the head, knocks you unconscious, and you smash into my car, you've now just violated my rights.
Exactly.
Your rights only go up to the point of where you infringe on somebody else's.
That's
Remember
correct.
that, folks. That is the rule on the Don't Know Show.
Because we don't know, but sometimes we
don't.
do.
We do. We just talked about last week. We talked about old celebrities. And when you talk about old celebrities,
Uh-oh.
they're
Guess what
going
happened?
to pass away.
They
So-
do.
So you made the announcement just before we got on that you found out that someone had passed away. And I said, yeah, so did Regis Philbin.
Yes.
So
shoots keys.
So Regis passed away. He was 88 years old. He was a month short of his 89th birthday. He's an August baby, but he's not a Leo. He's in the second half of August.
Right.
But
But Olivia de Havilland, who was the last surviving star of Gone with the Wind, died
Yep.
at 104 years old.
Yep.
Natural causes.
Yeah, COVID.
No,
COVID-19.
they said this one was not COVID.
Well, was she in Florida? Because 100% of the people in Florida that are tested are coming up positive.
No, it's not.
No, it is. They're being investigated now.
They
They're
just
being-
they just
Florida's
said it
being
was 37%, which was really high, but
No, Florida's being investigated because they were reporting 100%. Florida was reporting 100% of the,
and they're all pregnant too, right?
yeah, I have no idea. I'm trying to see where it says on there.
Are you telling me that there's something that you don't know?
On the Don't Know Show?
Wow. You're
Yes,
freaking me out.
on the COVID numbers. But yeah, so it's crazy.
Cuckoo bonkers.
This disease is just out of control.
So, but just remember, we are having one of those years where the more you lie, the more people like you.
Well, okay, so here's the deal, right? The more you lie, the more people believe it's the truth, too. We had
Yes.
talked about that in one of the shows, how you trick your brain. If you say it often enough, then all of a sudden people start going, yeah, I heard that before, and it becomes the truth.
Exactly.
So the government has been lying to us all these years, apparently, about UFOs. So I guess they're figuring what all of the stuff that's going on in the world right now would be a good time to announce
Come
that
clean, per se?
UFOs are real.
Yeah.
So they're not talking maybe the end of this year, but by the beginning of 2021, they are going to start revealing some findings on UFOs.
I was looking at some of the stuff that they were showing here. These are
from
actual,
military crafts.
right? Yeah. And you know, this is when the military takes a picture, it's with a lot better equipment than we have. So,
well, they're right up there with it too.
yes.
You know, well, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
The thing that's actually kind of cool is how many pilots over the years have on their deathbeds and stuff said, you know, while we were alive, we're not allowed to talk about this kind of stuff, but you know, we want to come clean.
Tomorrow.
And then nobody believes it because of all the crap that's on the internet from all these scammers.
Yep. And the Department of Defense is talking about, you know, off-world vehicles. Come on, really? Off-world vehicles?
Yeah, not all-terrain vehicles, but off-world vehicles.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Right. So, yeah, so the Department of Defense is releasing the videos in order to clear up any misconceptions and whether footage or not been circulated is real. But
okay,
yeah,
now here's a question for you, Steve. If aliens came down here and they ended up being benevolent, kind of like Star Trek with the Vulcans, right?
Right.
And they offered you a ride in space to visit our solar system, just our solar system, not leaving the solar system, just our solar system. And of course, with their technology, it's like a 2-day event because, you know, their ship is fast enough, obviously, if they travel that far. Would you go?
I'm gone.
Me too.
Dude, I'm the guy who gets in the van when the guy offers me candy. Okay, come on. You know, let's be serious about this, okay?
Well, sort of.
Yes, I am going with aliens. If aliens come down and pick me up. But here's the really scary part. What happens if they have access to all our movies and all this stuff? We don't treat aliens really well in our movies.
Well, that's true. Not most of our movies
constantly
anyway.
Attacking them.
But we do have some movies that show that we do. Well, most of those movies even show that we try to be nice to them until they attack us, and then we fight back.
No, we just go after them. No, you know. Yeah, there's a few where but no. I'm thinking, you know, overall, you know, they'd be like, yeah, look at the violence. Look, you know, that was the big thing from The Fifth Element, if you recall. She didn't want to save us because of all the violence, but, you know, he convinced her with
Why
love.
should I save you? You guys are also violent because of love.
Yep, and then he gives her love.
I don't know love. Well, let me show you, baby. Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Bruce Willis gets all the women.
I'm actors, I'm telling you.
But anywho's, I'm looking forward to seeing what they actually are willing to show. I have actually been talking about this for decades, how it is my belief that we've been visited for a long time, but most people would panic. So they waited until all of these movies came out. People start becoming used to the possibility of alien life. And now that people are more in tune to it, they can start.
It's the Matrix, dude. They're only aliens because of the fact that we're in a video game. We're in a simulation.
Wait a minute. What happened to the locker thing from Men in Black from last week?
We're going to come back to that in our last thing. In our last subject of this show or the next show. We're going to talk about. Oh no! I just closed it instead of clicking to it.
You know what happens when Steve does something like that? He goes, "Oh no!" Do you know what happens when I do something like that? I go, "Oh crap!"
Random nodding.
And here I'm the one with the potty mouth, and I normally don't have a potty mouth.
Random nodding. You know what random nodding is?
I do not.
It's pretty cool. And the amazing part is that us as human beings or as simulations want to see, this is called sweeping 2 shows. Instead of sweeping the quarter hour, sweeping half hour, I'm going to sweep 2 episodes. This is definitely going to be a part 1, part 2. But random nodding is people want to find patterns in chaos. That's why we see faces in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Which is really kind of funny because I was just watching a movie, and as they were panning up the side of this hillside, I'm like, okay, the CGI guy who created this thing, he put a face in here. But did he put a face in there, or is my imagination that good that I saw a face in the rock?
Well, that's why you see the man on the moon, right? The man on the moon isn't the man on the moon.
Right.
The man on the moon is just a bunch of craters. That,
Yep, in just the right spots, and they're big enough
Right
that they're visible by the naked eye.
Why did that not pop open for me? So I'm going to give you some editing here for showing what kind of patterns we have. Where is, I want this. All right, so if you look at the sink here, wait, I shared it, now it's not going. Wait, there we go. There's a sad faucet.
Yep.
Right, looks like a face.
I've seen that before.
See the headlights here? Just the 3 headlights, not the whole front. Look, just the 3 headlights. See it? Looks more like a face the more you zoom in. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Right, see?
Yeah.
You don't see it, then.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, yep.
The drunk washing machine.
Okay, it's funny.
Grizzly bear.
Yeah,
Just some
you with
knots
the
in the
knots in the wood
boards.
paneling, yep. Well,
Look at the grumpy train.
yeah.
Okay, Iggy Pop. Well, he's a sad torso. Oh, look
Okay.
at that airplane. That's the world's happiest airplane right there. Smiling cheese grater. Look at that.
The piranha for red jacket fish, okay.
Yeah. Drunk octopus wants to fight. Look at a church. Looks like a chicken. There's the
It
original
does.
church's chicken. The happy chair. Look at all lighters.
Yeah. They're coming
about
to
that?
get you.
Broken seatbelt smiley thing.
Okay.
Look at that one.
Okay. I like that, yeah.
There you go. Car eyes. Angry mop.
Right.
The oh my God wall. Because it's on a church.
my God.
It's on a church. Look at the pots. The
Oh, they're
reflections on
cute.
the pots.
Yeah, the reflections. That's really good.
Really good. Angry clock. Moped, happy scooter. Oh, evil boxes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, look at a skull.
Oh, that is really freaky.
Right? House with a personality. Got the long hair.
Yippy zippy.
Car bumper. Right?
Oh!
Happy
What's that,
ceiling.
Scream? Yeah, scream.
There you go.
That's
So,
all of them. Yep. Cool.
Crazy, huh?
That was worth sharing for.
So we like to see patterns and stuff like that. So we'll talk about random modding and
Okay.
all that good stuff. But I've sidetracked this quite a bit here. So bring us back on track, please. We talked
Okay.
about Olivia. Did we talk about Olivia de Havilland? Yeah.
Yes.
And we talked about Regis. We
Yep.
talked about Not Made of This Earth.
Yep.
Now let's go over to England.
This is so cool.
Okay. So you got to have the 6 foot. So a lot of places are putting boxes or
Yep.
tables in front of the counter to keep people
Yep.
6 feet off. Well, there's a pub in Cornwall, right?
Right. Well,
Is it-
technically it's St. Just, which is in Cornwall.
Yeah, St. Just Cornwall. No, the Star Inn in St. Just Cornwall. Yeah, okay. So there's limited space in the bar, and it only serves drinks, so there's got to be a barrier.
Correct.
So,
Because there's
so
no
you put up
food.
an electric fence.
Right. And I already see something happening.
Well, you know what the funny part about that is? And we'll get
Yes,
to what
I
he is.
do.
He started with a rope, but nobody paid attention to the rope.
Of course not.
So as people get drunk, especially men, what do they like to do?
Pee on an electric fence to see if they'll
You
get
know
zapped.
that's going to be the next bet, right? That's going to be the next bet.
Yes, it is.
So the one person who didn't see the funny side of this is Mr. McFadden's insurance broker. Yeah, because he knows that, okay, you can't, okay, again, it doesn't electrocute you.
No.
It
It's
Okay,
just
it's
a
like
healthy
static.
zap.
It's like static electricity.
Well,
You
on
know.
steroids.
Static will, no.
Yes,
trust
I
me.
have been hit by an electric fence from a cow.
Right,
From
and I've been hit by static charge from a helicopter. Big
Oh.
difference, dude. It'll knock you on your butt, turn your arm numb. Electric fence doesn't do that. So we should tell them, who's going to pee on the fence first?
Yeah, I could see that happening. All it
But-
takes is a little alcohol.
But something a little closer to you, they're not peeing in the pool.
There's no pee in their ool.
There's no pee in the pool.
Oh my goodness, there's poo in their pool.
Yeah. In Macomb, Michigan, Somebody keeps pooping in the pool. They're defecating in the pool. Due to the frequency over the past week, we believe this is intentional. At what point, when you have multiple poops in the pool that you've cleaned up, do you go, gosh, I wonder what bird's flying over just randomly pooping in there? Of course it's intentional.
Yep.
Frequency over the past week, you have more than one poop in your pool. It's intentional.
Yeah, there's something really bizarre about that.
Even
And what I
Caddyshack
don't
only had
understand
one
is
poop in the pool.
It says that they've got video. You mean to tell me they don't have a video on the pool? Any place that has a pool for liability issues, they need to have videos.
Yeah, but I think that this is happening after hours. It's not.
Doesn't
happening
matter.
during-
The camera's on 24/7.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. I'm thinking it's happening after hours. I just thought it was funny that we think somebody's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, you have what are you feeding people at your pool that they're having these kinds of mistakes that you don't think it's on purpose? Is what I want.
Right. You know what it is? They couldn't find any toilet paper at the grocery store because of the pandemic, so they're just using the pool.
Well, they reported this. It's Detroit, right? So around Detroit. You know what Channel 7's affiliate in Detroit is? WXYZ in Detroit. That's right. Here we are on WXYZ, where we've got somebody pooping in our pool. We think it's on purpose because it's been more than once. No kid.
Yeah. But how many times
On
more than
purpose?
once? They don't say, do they?
On purpose? Yes, it's on purpose. People are pooping on purpose. Stupid.
Go finger.
Or not. Or not.
Okay.
So with all this stuff, you can see why dumb laws get enacted.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to be starting. Hopefully, we're going to finish the M's. No, we're done with M's. We're in N's.
Yeah, we're on the ends now.
Ends.
And
Ends. Okay. I just realized I didn't have them open properly as usual, so I just redid them so they're in the right order, so Steve doesn't yell at me.
well, I'm not yelling at you. I have no idea where you're at. I mean, we're only at 27 of 50, for Christ's sake.
Well, that's over halfway, though.
Woo! Well, we're not.
Well, the nice part is the first one's Nebraska, and all three say the exact same thing, so that's cool.
Well, guess what?
What?
We aren't even going to make it through the ends, I don't think, today.
Really?
There's a lot of end states.
M's and N's are both big, huh?
Yeah, a lot of
I
new
would have thought
states,
S's
a lot
would
of
have
north.
been the biggest because
A
of
lot
all
of
the
new and a
south.
lot of north. We got a lot of new and a lot of north. Remember that.
Yeah. Oh, north. Yeah, and south. North and yeah. Okay. Anywho,
yeah.
all three of these sites say the same thing. No person who's afflicted with a venereal disease can marry. In other words, no chlamydia or gonorrhea
In Nebraska.
in Nebraska.
So do you have
Nebraska.
to take a test? Or do you just say yes or no?
What was that?
Do they make you take a test?
I would assume so. I remember back in the day, you used to have to take a test before you even got your license.
Huh. I mean, how would you enforce it? Because it doesn't say that they can take a test. You just go, no.
Again,
And then
we
what if you
come up
find
with these
out that they're
great
gonna-
sites that have all this interesting information, but they never seem to come up with all the information.
Well, you can look it up. I mean, we're the Don't Know show. We don't know. We just think it's
That's
funny.
right. So I'm anticipating that they're one of the states that did not do away with the physicals before getting your license. So they probably make you do that.
Oh, I know. That's where the new Law and Order is going to be started. Law and Order, VDU, Venereal Disease Unit.
There you go. Excuse me, sir. Please drop trowel. We need to inspect to make sure you do not have anything contagious.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. My state where I'm at, Nevada. Yay!
I do know why this is so important. They're telling you it's all about feet, but it has nothing to do with feet.
Okay.
Am I on the right one? Is the first one? Because I think it's
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Well, I don't know. You have to
Anyway.
be selective with x-rays.
Yes.
You cannot use an x-ray to determine someone's shoe size.
Correct.
Okay. You do know there are easier ways to detect somebody's shoe size than shooting them up with gamma rays.
There is?
Or
Really?
x-rays.
I don't believe you. I think everybody should have an x-ray machine check out their feet.
It's called a Brannick device. Oh, that's right. The Don't Know Show knows what it's called. That little thing
Yeah,
you step
because
in
how
on
many
the-
years was I assistant manager of Atomic Hand Shoes? Yeah. Never used one of those.
Yeah. So, what?
What?
Using an x-ray machine to determine shoe size. They actually had one of these.
Yes,
They
did.
invented a device with that exact purpose
Yep.
called a shoe-fitting fluoroscope known as a pedoscope or footoscope.
Yep. It was so that you didn't have to take your shoes off. You could wear your shoe and get your foot size determined to buy another pair of shoes.
Yeah, well, it's only a misdemeanor to get people hit them up with radiation. I mean,
Yep.
you can hire a prostitute in certain counties, but you can't get your shoe size determined by an x-ray.
Exactly.
Very weird. All right.
And this one makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's just blank. I mean, well, it's not just blank. It's just. Is this true? How can that be?
Yeah, it says sex toys are outlawed.
But they have this.
I know for a fact because I've had friends that have actually partaken of the services of the prostitutes in Nevada, and they have sex toys.
But they didn't buy them here. Because it says the sale. But we have the adult superstores here.
I'm confused.
It says right here, section 814.04.040, the sale of sexual paraphernalia. It shall be unlawful for any person to sell, offer, or sell or display for sale any device, including and not limited to dildos, artificial vagina, designed or marketed as useful primarily for the stimulation of human genital organs.
That is just bizarre.
Huh?
You found something even worse?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it makes no sense, right? Especially since during the pandemic, having sex with yourself is the only thing that the public health department has said is safe.
Oh, we've got more on that later in the show, too.
Oh, look
You
at
are
that.
jumping-
I'm spilling the
jumping
beans
ahead
early
on all of the
again.
subjects. So it's also illegal to conceal a spray painted shopping cart in your basement.
What?
And it is also illegal to lie down on the sidewalk.
Okay. I am sure glad New Hampshire doesn't have any dumb laws.
Oh, they have none?
Well, no seaweed collecting. I don't think that's a dumb law. That makes perfectly sense. Who would want smelly seaweed in your yard? Or in your house? Or in your car? Apparently, you're not allowed to collect seaweed from the beach at night.
At night.
Yeah.
At night. During the day, it's okay. But at night, you can't do it.
Yeah.
But only at night. Only at night.
Apparently, it's because seaweed is routinely used in fertilizer and animal feed. It's also considered a good source of alginate, which gives liquid solutions a thicker texture, like Jell-O. And last year, Maine and its fishermen grappled over a similar set of regulations. So apparently, people actually like to buy this stuff from collectors.
Sure.
Surprise!
All right. New Jersey.
Joyzy.
What's Jersey?
Yeah. It's against the law to murder someone, but it's double against the law to murder someone while you're wearing a bulletproof vest.
So that is crime of the first degree.
Yes. Well, yeah.
It's a crime of the second degree. So while you're committing a crime of the first degree, you cannot be committing a crime of the second degree.
Right. So, I think the whole reason they do, well, it's twofold, because obviously it makes it harder for the cops to stop you if you're wearing the vest. But second of all, they can now charge you for two different things. And then if they have to do some, what do they call that when you get a lesser sentence, the cop to a plea? There's a name
But
for
guess
that.
what? That not only extends past murder, okay,
Sure.
robbery, sexual assault. So
Okay.
if you're robbing somebody with a bulletproof vest on, or if you're sexually assaulting somebody with a bulletproof vest on, that is also.
All right. Well, at least this other last law, even though they're saying it's a dumb law, and I can sort of see why it's dumb, because in a heavily crowded area, this would really be annoying. But all motorists must honk before passing another car, bicyclist, skater, or even a skateboarder.
Yep. So there'd be a lot of beeping in New Jersey.
Everybody would be beeping. Nobody would know what the beeping's for.
That would be funny.
I get it. So,
All right.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, at this particular point in time, we are cutting our show in half due to the fact that Steve is going to be out of town for his birthday weekend, which would be next week. So we're going to make this a part 1 and a part 2. You just got done watching part 1, so come back next week and hear part 2. And of course, you're going to see the same backdrops here with all the rain and stuff, because that's what we had for the show. So hope you enjoy it, and we'll be seeing you as soon as next week comes around.
Be crazy. But you still amaze me.